Before we get into the video, I just wanted to say that I am not a native Korean speaker. I self-taught myself Korean by watching a lot of NCT videos. So this is why I'm starting this series called Learn Korean with NCT. I really hope you'll find this series interesting and helpful. And if you do, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe because a part 2 is coming soon. Now, if you want to improve your Korean with NCT, keep watching. I will show you a few clips of Renjun talking to HAECHAN and try to guess what Renjun is saying.
야, 뭐 하는 거야 지금? 뭐 하는 거야 지금? 뭐 하냐고. 그러니까 뒤에서 그렇게 보지 말라고.
In the first clip, Renjun says,
야, 뭐 하는 거야 지금?
뭐 하는 거야 지금? And that means, what are you doing right now? So first we have 뭐, which means what. He also says 지금, which means now, but in this situation, it means right now. And now we have 하는 거야. 하 is the stem of the verb 하다, which means to do. Now we're left with 는 거야. This form is used when you see someone doing something weird and you want to ask them about it. Just like here.
야, 뭐 하는 거야 지금?
HAECHAN was speaking at Renjun's questions, so Renjun was like, Yo, what are you trying to do? 뭐 하는 거야 지금? What are you doing right now? 는 거야 is used between friends. So if you want to be more polite, you should remove 야 and you add 예요. However, you do not pronounce it 하는 거예요, but you would just say 하는 거예요. So let me give you another example where you can use 는 거야. Let's say you told your little siblings to stay at home, but they're going out. So now you would be like, Yo, where do you think you're going? So you will say 어디 가는 거야? 어디 means where. 가 is the stem of the verb 가다, which means to go. Let's move on to the second clip.
뭐 하냐고.
He said, 뭐 하냐고, which means I asked you what you are doing. 뭐 means what, and 하냐고, it's almost the same as before. 하 is the stem of the verb 하다, which means to do. Now we're left with 냐고. This form is used when you're asking a question that was already asked before. So you're just quoting a previous question.
뭐 하냐고.
In this case, Renjun already asked what HAECHAN was doing. So now he's like, I asked you what you are doing. 뭐 하냐고. Here, if you want to be polite, you just add 요 at the end of 냐고. As for the example, let's take the same one as before. Your siblings are not listening to you, so you're like, I asked you where you are going. 어디 가냐고. Same as before, 어디 means where. 가 is the stem of the verb 가다, which means to go. Now the third clip.
그러니까 뒤에서 그렇게 보지 말라고.
뒤에서 그렇게 보지 말라고. This means I told you not to watch like that from behind. Renjun is talking about his questions. So it's like I told you not to look at my questions like that from behind. First we have 뒤에서. 뒤 means back or behind. And when you add 에서, it becomes from behind, from the back. 그렇게 means like that. 보지 말라고. 보 is the stem of the verb 보다, which means to see, to watch, or to look at. Now we're left with 지 말라고. This form is used when you prohibit an action that was already prohibited before. It's like, I told you not to 땡땡땡.
그러니까 뒤에서 그렇게 보지 말라고.
Here, in this case, Renjun already warned HAECHAN twice, but HAECHAN keeps speaking at his questions. So Renjun is like, I told you not to look at my questions. 뒤에서 그렇게 보지 말라고. If you want to be more polite, you just add 요 at the end. 뒤에서 그렇게 보지 말라고요. Now, let me give you an example of how to use this form in another situation. Let's say your friend is leaving you with people you don't know, and you already told your friend that she cannot leave you alone, but your friend insists on going. So you would be like, I told you not to go. 가지 말라고. 가 is the stem of the verb 가다, which means to go. Okay, one last clip. Let's see HAECHAN's response to all of this. 관심 없어, which means I don't care. I am not interested. 관심 means interest. 없어 is the verb 없다, which means not to exist, not to have. So put together, this means there is no interest. But we know that in this situation, HAECHAN is talking about himself, so it becomes I have no interest in Renjun's questions, obviously. I am not interested. If you want to be polite, you just add yo at the end, so it becomes 관심 없어요. Now for the example, let's say you are at a boring party and you want to say it's not fun. You would say 재미없어. 재미 means fun, so it means there's no fun. I didn't want to make this video too long, so there will definitely be a part 2. Make sure you're subscribed, ring the bell icon, and leave a thumbs up, share the video, and on this note, take care, peace out.